Shortly before the show, logged a prediction for Notre Dame to land four-star cornerback from Midwest City, Oklahoma, Carl Albert High School, corner Tristan Haynes. Uh, yeah, Tim. Oklahoma still considered the favorite per the On3 recruiting prediction machine. There's been previous predictions for him to land with the Sooners. It's the in-state school. He's visited there 3 times already. He's got trip number 4 locked in. But he's going to Notre Dame this weekend. He's got his official for Notre Dame scheduled for June. And I'm hearing really good things about where the Irish stand for Tristan Haynes. 4-star across the board. The On3 entry ranking has him as the nation's 151 overall prospect and number 18 cornerback. So, Tim, Notre Dame, early in the cycle, everything was about 3 players at corner. It was like Cree Thomas, Dallas Golden, Mark Zachary. Like those are the guys who got the most coverage and fanfare. Thomas is, of course, committed. Zachary, and Golden, I think, are both Irish leans. I wrote about those guys at Blue and Gold today. And then Haynes, I've been saying for a little while, Tim, this is the dark horse. This is the guy to keep an eye on who might surprise. And you can find more about it at blueandgold.com. But I did go ahead and pull the trigger on that prediction today, Tim. So I wanted to pop on his tape. Why don't you tell us what you think about this? Yeah.
I mean, first, I didn't know you logged the prediction until right before we started the show. You told me, and I'm just serious. I mean, this guy's unbelievable. All you have to do is watch 3 plays. And it's funny, I put notes down because you told me earlier today, hey, just rewatch his film. Hey, I watched him months ago, threw it away. I'm like, come on, man. Notre Dame ain't getting this guy out of Oklahoma. What the heck? First 3 plays, kickoff return, touchdown. I was like, oh, there's Julius Jones against Nebraska. Second play, pick 6. It looked like Julian Love against Michigan State. The same sideline. And then the third play, there's Will Fuller. That's Will Fuller right there. How many times have you seen Will Fuller catch a little middle screen, take it to the house? The guy's unbelievable, Mike. I mean, seriously, one of the best football players I've seen in this class. And that's not being like, overhyped and none of that. I'm talking just straight football player. I've not watched this guy in months. And if Notre Dame were to get this guy, you could play him wherever he wants. It's like, where do you want to play? Because I'm sorry, man. There's no one who's committed right now that does the things that this guy does. He is look at this play, just jump and grab. Oh, I'm going to take this to the house. And then on top of that, he's out of Oklahoma. Notre Dame has signed like 5 players in the last 30 years out of Oklahoma. None. How's that? It's like crazy. If they go into Oklahoma, Venables, go in the SEC, all those things, man, we throw all that stuff against the wall. This is a steal. Let's just say what it is. This is a flat out steal. And you didn't even mention, Mike, Alabama, Georgia have offered this dude. He is a flat out athletic stud. And if they got him to go with some of the other DBs they're still recruiting, Mike, man, dude, this easily could rival some of the greatest defensive back classes in the history of Notre Dame. And that's just being honest. I mean, Mike, this class could end like freakishly where all these DBs are instantly almost in the 2 deep. They're that good.
Yeah. So Mike Mickens has done a tremendous job in this recruitment. Dre Brown, I know has been all over, the communication with Haynes for several months now. So look, you guys know how I feel about these predictions. I like them to be just at a prediction. So there's no silent commitment here, at least that I'm aware of. So look, he hasn't even visited campus yet.
Exactly.
That's taking place this weekend, so it's a projection. But I think that Notre Dame gets him. We'll see what happens with Oklahoma. It's the in-state school. Notre Dame, with being such a national recruiting base, it's oftentimes Notre Dame versus in-state U, and that might be the case here. Texas A&M. In Miami are a couple programs to watch as well. Like Tim, if I told you, Notre Dame's in a he's got a top 6. It's those 4 schools and a couple others. It might be Bama, Georgia. I don't remember.
Yep.
If I told you, like, is that the top 6, Tim? Is that right? I literally just. All right, give me a second.
On him. Yeah,
I just wrote it at Blue and Gold today. So
Yes.
Notre Dame, Bama, Georgia, Miami, Oklahoma, and A&M. If I told you like that's the 6, mostly you would say, yeah, Notre Dame's got. They're not.
They're number 6.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like it's tough to get those recruitment, beat out those Southern teams down there. But this kid loves Notre Dame, and he hasn't even been there yet. I think he goes up there this weekend. I think he loves it, and we'll see where it goes from there. So, again, you got to give credit to Mickens and Brown and the coaching staff in South Bend for putting Notre Dame in the position where they are right now. Every cycle, Tim, there's 2, 3, 4 guys. It's like, how the hell did Notre Dame win that recruitment? I think that might be Trystan Haynes here. Man, DB recruiting is just, Tim, next May 1 will be 5 years of me covering Notre Dame football recruiting. The difference between the Fighting Irish recruiting the secondary from then until now, it's night and day. Kyle Hamilton, of course, an outlier, total unicorn, but it has just changed, and Mike Mickens definitely gets a lot of credit for that.
I mean, are these the same plays? He scored like 22 touchdowns in this film. It constantly looks like it's the same. He's unbelievable. I mean, athletes. Mike. My favorite player out of all these guys, I was telling you earlier, is Dallas Golden. So you want to talk about an upset? I have not even wanted to even mention that guy's name because I'm just,
did.
I know, but that to me would be the biggest upset out of everybody because now you're going into Florida, Tampa to get a Dallas Golden who could flip a coin and go wherever the hell he wants. The same with this young man. So you literally are getting 2 of the elite SEC football players. This is just call it for what it is.
Yeah.
And steals. They're flat out steals. They just are. And there's times when I hear guys in recruiting, I see so-and-so's offer. I'm like, I don't want to watch that film.
Yeah.
And then, like 6 weeks ago, someone was talking about some of the guys and I rewatched Dallas Golden. I was like, and I went and lit a prayer candle. I did. I was like, please, Lord, can we get him to South Bend? We need guys like this. So there's a handful, but this young man, his skill, he looks like Cam Hart already with his length, his height, the way he breaks on the ball. Just great job by the staff. And I'm sure they're going to have a nice buffet of food and some nice hors d'oeuvres and everything to make them happy from Oklahoma to South Bend. So I think the last one, just real quick, someone can look this up. I want to say the Weiss years. I don't think Kelly signed anybody. I know they had George West in 05 or 06, who was a slot receiver, and Matt Romine, who was a top 50 offensive tackle, had some injury issues, ended up transferring to Tulsa. I think those are the last ones. Outside, we know the Brooks brothers and Jerry Wisney was a starting guard during the Holtz years. Really good football player, but man, Mike, it's been ages.
Yeah. Hold on, there's a comment here. Jason said, "Is he a crystal ball watch?" Yeah, I logged this prediction and I tweeted it out at let's see what time here.
This is
6:43 p.m. Eastern. So not too this actually might have been him messaging me right there.
No,
no, it wasn't.
I don't know. And it's funny, you asked me a question before the show, and I'm like, I'm not saying anything to you, Mike, because I'm just like, I don't want to wait. The guy, he's an Energizer bunny, man. This would be unbelievable. This is not a red shirt, learn the system type of a guy. Same with Dallas Golden. These are like, no, we're going to get your butt playing. So, get ready, have a great senior year, and get ready to play.